New York comfortable on the road. Remember, this is a Rams team that, during 2016, went from St. Louis to Oxnard to Irvine to Thousand Oaks. Their shirts spent more time folded than hanging. Life on the road is all about a good mindset, and the Rams seem to have it right now. They're 30 on the road this season going into Sunday's game against the New York Giants in New Jersey. New England, also at 30, is the NFL's only other team without a road loss this season, and that's pretty good company. I don't know why or what it is, quarterback Jared Goff said, but that yourself against the world, we're all we've got, we're all we need type of thing is part of our mantra, and it brings us together. We've played well on the road, so we enjoy it. It's definitely not a disadvantage of us. We don't know. The Rams haven't played at the Coliseum since October 8th. By the time they return next week to play Houston, they will have spent 35 days away. That includes a road game at Jacksonville, a home game against Arizona in London, a bye week, another long flight to play the Giants. Perhaps fatigue will come into play later in this season, but right now the Rams are thriving away from home, and recent history shows they should pile up as many road victories as possible. Since the start of the 2013 season, 30 NFL teams have finished with a winning record on the road, and 28 of them made the playoffs. The two exceptions came last year, when Washington with Rams coach Sean McVay as offensive coordinator went 431 and Tampa Bay went 53, but both missed the playoffs. 3 of the Rams' 4 victories last season came on the road, but they haven't recorded more than 3 road wins since 2006, and they haven't been over .500 on the road since 2001, when they went 80. All of that is a little premature. The Rams 52 are in search of their 3rd consecutive victory and should be able to handle the Giants 16, who have significant injuries, but the rest of the Rams' road schedule includes potentially tough games at Minnesota, Arizona, Seattle and Tennessee. Still, this has been impressive. Take out the Arizona game, which essentially was a neutral site affair, and the Rams have scored more points on the road 103 than at home 76, and also gained 1 more yard. I always tell our guys it's an opportunity to pump each other up rather than having the crowd do it for you, defensive coordinator Wade Phillips said. If your team is well knitted together, yeah, the crowd is hollering when anything bad happens, but they all pull together and pull for each other and high five or low five, or whatever we do these days. Sometimes it brings you closer together if you play on the road. Sean McVay, the Rams' first-year coach, probably deserves some credit for keeping the players fresh. A year ago, the Rams had a solid 32 record when they hit the road in October. They suffered a narrow loss to Detroit, then flew to London and spent a week there for a dreary 17-10 loss to the Giants. The season spiraled downward from there, and then coach Jeff Fisher lost his job. This time, in a near-identical schedule setup, the Rams won at Jacksonville and decided to stay there, rather than fly to London, a decision McVay and team executives made in consultation with players. The Rams flew to London, and 48 hours later, decimated Arizona in a 330 victory. I think we've gotten comfortable being on the road, McVay said. It's something that we're getting used to doing, and anytime you can find a rhythm and a routine, I think players feel comfortable with that. Having to travel on Fridays is part of our routine almost. That routine ended last week with the Rams bye, and several players half-jokingly said that while the rest was good and needed, they wish they could have kept playing. Momentum can be difficult to sustain after a bye, and the Rams are coming off their most complete game of the season, when they outgained the Cardinals by a margin of 425,196 yards. Goff raved, midweek, about the Rams' return to practice, and their hope is that an offense that has topped 30 points in 4 of 7 games this season can keep it going. I hope so, man, running back Todd Gurley said. I was saying that to coach, that I wish we could have just kept playing maybe a game or 2 more, then had a bye, but it's cool. Everybody got a chance to go back home or do whatever they did, and rest their bodies, and we've just got to get ready. The Giants had a bye week just like we did, so hopefully we can go out there and pick up right where we left off.